I mean, not a lot surprises me with the New York Jets. I'm a little surprised, not only that Sauce Gardner's on the move, but the price it took to get him out of New York from the Colts.
Ditto. I mean, credit to the Colts. They feel there was conversation the last few weeks that they might be in the market for a corner, right?
Yep.
I think we all thought they needed something like that, another difference maker on that side of the ball. The offense is full of it. The defense, it's good, but is there a guy that you really worry about or you can put a lot of pressure on in certain situations, right? And that's where I think Sauce Gardner can come in handy for this team. First off, they're a team that plays mostly zone or majority of zone, and that's what Sauce Gardner is really good at. And I think that's why, I mean, I'm like you. I'm shocked, too.
Yeah.
Because I didn't feel like I ever heard this on the radar. You usually get an inkling a little bit of like, hey, it might not happen, but hey, there's been some calls about Sauce Gardner, and, there's nothing like that I heard out there. So I think that's where I was shocked by it. I think also, too, I think it's also kind of amazing because this is a defensive scheme in New York Jets who want to play man-to-man every play.
Right.
And this is supposed to be one of the three best corners in football. But as we've discussed before, he's not great on an island playing man-to-man. That's not who he is. He's got issues that way. So they're going, wait, he doesn't fit us. Boom. Okay, well, you'll give us 2 first-rounders for Sauce Gardner, right? Boom, we'll take that for sure.
Right.
They're going to continue to reorchestrate their roster as they go. They know where they are now as a team, the New York Jets. And, yeah, I mean, I'm amazed by it. I'm amazed by it. It's awesome for the Colts. It's awesome for football. The Jets, hey, it all come down to what they do with these picks.
Exactly.
But I understand them making the trade, especially when you get 2 first-rounders. But, yeah, I was surprised. 2 first-rounders with Adonai Mitchell, right? That is a pretty big haul for a guy that's getting paid a pretty penny, too, of course.
It's not that far off of the Micah Parsons
No, it's not
price.
far off. And that's where I think is like really eye-opening.
You don't see a lot of these trades in today's NFL. I mean, Jamal Adams went for 2 firsts from the Jets to Seattle a couple years ago. Obviously, Micah Parsons, but you just don't see the double first-rounders. That's like Chris Ballard, who's been building that thing for a while for the Colts. This is it. Like, all the chips are in.
It's the first year they're here in his era, really in his whole era as a GM, where you go, wait, it's here to be had this year, right? The first year or one of the early years there with Andrew Luck, right? They started that one season 1-4 and then won a bunch of games in a row. They went to Kansas City in the divisional round and lost in the snow there.
Yeah.
Right? But that was like early in the regime. Since then, this is the first time that we're going here in week 10 going, oh, no. They could go to the Super Bowl this year.
Right.
Like, no doubt about it. Can go to the Super Bowl. And, yeah, this is a crazy aggressive move that I think they look at it, too, and go, our roster's in a pretty good spot right now going forward as well. I mean, they got young offensive linemen. They're pretty good in that spot. We know Jonathan Taylor, okay, for a running back, but he's not towards the end. The receivers are all kind of in the prime of the career. Right? Young tight end. Latu is still prime there.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, some of the other defensive guys still, it's not an older team. So I think they look at it and go, that's where we can maybe get rid of the first-round picks and the trade and still feel good about our team going forward.
We got some of the homies weighing in here.
Yeah.
Runji says, Colts are all in. This is their year for their Super Bowl run. K. Gemma89 said, the Colts still need a real pass rusher.
I think that's
a
the
totally
aspect
fair take.
Right. I think that's the aspect we thought maybe. But where this can maybe help, right, is just that maybe Lou Anarumo now, this can give him a little more confidence in blitzing. Hey, Sauce, right? Like I know I said he's not the man playing man-to-man, but he's still good in playing man-to-man. And hey, Sauce, we need you right here on this down, cover Brian Thomas Jr. one-on-one, right? It's a big AFC South game. And now I can blitz and do some other crazy stuff over here in zone coverage with everybody else. I think that's where at least you look at it and go, that can help the pass rush. It gives them a little more flexibility. It gives the defensive coordinator a little more confidence to go, I trust my back end maybe to dabble in man-to-man just a few more snaps every game now to where I can send something kind of off the radar blitz pressure. But, yeah, I think that question's fair, and I think we all, kind of thought that as well.
I think for the Jets side of it, it's that, Aaron Glenn came here and he was saying a lot like, I think this team can win now and all of that. And I think reality settled in that this team's going to be drafting a quarterback next spring. We know that pretty early, Chris. Yep. And that they didn't really have the assets to build it around that core. The line's pretty good.
Yeah.
They have young tackles.
Sure.
Garrett Wilson, I don't think, is going anywhere.
Yeah.
They signed him for a reason and want him to stick around.
Right.
But after that, what is this rookie quarterback going to be walking into? Now you have an extra first-rounder for this year. It's a good wide receiver class. You and I watch them every Saturday. Carnell Tate, Denzel Boston.
Incredible.
It's insane.
It's
Mekhi
insane.
Lemon.
Yes.
So they could dip their toes into that water as well. And then you get a look at Adonai Mitchell. He's going to play.
Yeah.
Like, Adonai Mitchell has not gotten to play a lot. He's made some mistakes.
Yeah.
No one's denying that.
Right.
But, Dan Iglesias in the chat says Mitchell becomes wide receiver 2 for the Jets when Garrett Wilson is healthy.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's one where it's like, I think, they drafted him in Indianapolis, and then they got to a point and they're like, wait, our 3 receivers are pretty good. When are we going to get him on the field? Like, that's just going to be hard. Yo, thanks for watching, homies. We are now in the NFL season here on Chris Simms Unbuttoned.
Hit subscribe to get our weekly picks, game recaps, film deep dives, and much, much more.
Thanks again for watching. Subscribe, rate, review. Peace out. You know where to find us.